Introduction. In the heart of a bustling metropolis, where towering skyscrapers pierced the sky and neon lights painted the streets with vivid colors, there lived a man named Michael. He was the epitome of the modern-day success story. His name was synonymous with ambition, innovation, and achievement. Michael had a loving family, an impressive career, and a lifestyle that most could only dream of. He was the envy of his peers and the subject of admiration for young entrepreneurs entering the business world. But, as often happens in life, the pursuit of success and the trappings of material wealth had consequences that were seldom foreseen. Michael's obsession with climbing the corporate ladder and amassing wealth had transformed him. He became a man driven by ruthless determination, where ambition came at the cost of his own humanity. His once warm and nurturing relationships with family and friends had withered under the unrelenting pressures of success. His wife, Sarah, found herself a stranger in her own home as Michael's workaholic tendencies took precedence over their life together. His children yearned for his presence, but his busy schedule left no room for bedtime stories or Sunday picnics. Friends who had once been his closest confidants now felt pushed to the fringes of his life, discarded like old business cards. Day by day, year by year, Michael's obsession with success had eroded the very values he once held dear. He had turned a blind eye to the moral compass that guided him in his early days, sacrificing ethics and empathy at the altar of ambition. However, in the grand tapestry of life, there are moments that serve as turning points, unanticipated wake-up calls that prompt even the most driven individuals to reconsider their path. Michael's moment of reckoning was just around the corner, a moment that would jolt him out of his self-imposed bubble of materialism and compel him to confront the hollowness of his pursuits. This is the story of Michael's journey of redemption, a journey that would lead him to rediscover the importance of family, friendship, and compassion. It is a tale of transformation, of one man's struggle to rebuild the bridges he had burned and to redefine his life's purpose. Through trials and tribulations, he would learn that true wealth is not measured in the currency of success, but in the richness of the human connections he had neglected. In the chapters that follow, we delve into Michael's story, a story that is as much about the fragility of human relationships as it is about the resilience of the human spirit. Join us on this compelling journey as we witness the highs and lows, the joys and sorrows, and the ultimate redemption of a man who discovered that the real meaning of success lay not in what he had accumulated, but in what he had given back to the world.
Chapter 1: The Downward Spiral. In the heart of the city's financial district, Michael's office was a testament to his single-minded pursuit of success. The walls were adorned with certificates and awards, symbols of his unrelenting determination to rise to the top. His desk was always immaculate, its sleek glass surface reflecting the city lights below, but its drawers concealed the growing pile of neglected personal bills and unopened letters from concerned family members. In the early days of his career, Michael's enthusiasm for entrepreneurship was infectious. He was a visionary, a risk-taker, and his charisma drew people to him like a magnet. He effortlessly balanced the demands of work with the joys of life, creating a harmonious blend of ambition and empathy. But as the years went by, his vision became clouded by the allure of success. The need for validation from the business world overshadowed the importance of emotional bonds. Michael's growing empire of wealth and influence became a mesmerizing labyrinth, one from which he couldn't escape. His home, once a sanctuary of laughter and love, had transformed into a lifeless mansion. Sarah, his devoted wife, had become a stranger within her own walls. The nights of meaningful conversations had dwindled into long silences interrupted only by the faint glow of Michael's laptop screen. The romantic dinners had given way to cold takeout containers and reheated leftovers. Their children, Emma and Daniel, saw less of their father with each passing day. Once the center of their universe, Michael had become a distant figure whose hugs and bedtime stories were a distant memory. His relentless pursuit of business deals and corporate meetings had left little room for the joys of fatherhood. Michael's friends, those who had once celebrated his successes, were slowly but surely pushed to the sidelines. His social calendar had become a mere formality, and he found it increasingly challenging to connect on a personal level. Conversations revolved around mergers and acquisitions, rather than shared experiences and shared laughter. As the material wealth continued to pour in, Michael found himself drowning in a sea of loneliness and isolation. The accolades he had amassed could not replace the warmth of human connection he had once known. The realization that he had become a hollow shell of the man he once was came crashing down on him like a tidal wave. It was in this darkness that the seeds of his redemption were sown. Michael's story would become a testament to the perils of losing oneself in the pursuit of success and the importance of finding one's way back to the light of meaningful relationships. The journey of redemption was about to begin, but first, he had to face his past and confront the consequences of his actions.
Chapter 2: The Wake-Up Call. It was an ordinary morning in the city, with the hustle and bustle of commuters filling the streets. Michael, as usual, was immersed in a stack of reports, oblivious to the world outside. His phone, often ignored, suddenly buzzed on his desk. He glanced at the caller ID, and it was a hospital number. The voice on the other end was stern, and the words it spoke struck like thunder. "Mr. Michael, this is City General Hospital. Your father has been admitted after suffering a heart attack. We recommend you come as soon as possible." The news hit Michael like a bolt of lightning, a sudden shock that jolted him from his detached cocoon of ambition. The realization that his father, who had always been there for him, was now in need of help sent shivers down his spine. In that moment, the superficiality of his life became painfully clear. Rushing to the hospital, Michael's thoughts were a whirlwind of regret and guilt. The minutes he spent in the hospital waiting room felt like an eternity. Images of his father teaching him to ride a bike, attending his school plays, and offering sage advice throughout his life flashed before his eyes. He couldn't help but wonder how he had allowed his priorities to become so twisted. As he stood by his father's bedside, seeing the frailty of the man who had once been his role model, Michael felt a lump in his throat. His father's weak smile, though a testament to his strength, held an unspoken plea. It was a plea for the son he had raised with love and care, the son who had drifted away in pursuit of material success. This was the turning point that Michael had never seen coming, a stark realization of the consequences of his choices. His father's illness was not just a medical condition, It was a metaphorical heart attack for Michael's soul, a wake-up call that echoed through the depths of his conscience. In the dimly lit hospital room, Michael's father, with all the love left in his tired eyes, whispered, "Don't lose sight of what truly matters, my son." Those words resonated in Michael's heart, carving a profound and indelible mark. Chapter 2 marked the beginning of Michael's journey of redemption, as he grappled with guilt and remorse, yearning to reconnect with his family and mend the bonds he had allowed to fray. The hospital room, once a place of despair, had become a crucible of transformation, where Michael's path was irrevocably altered. His father's health was a powerful reminder that time was precious, and that his priorities needed a drastic overhaul. The true test, however, lay in his ability to take action and make amends for the years he had lost in his relentless pursuit of success.
Chapter 3: The First Steps. As Michael walked out of the hospital, he felt a sense of unease, like a ship leaving its safe harbor for uncharted waters. The visit had left an indelible mark on his soul, a realization that he couldn't ignore any longer. He was determined to take the first steps on his journey of redemption. The first step was to confront the neglect he had subjected his family to. With renewed determination, he drove home to find Sarah waiting, her eyes filled with concern and uncertainty. Michael knew that mere words wouldn't suffice. He needed to show her that he was committed to change. With heartfelt sincerity, he apologized for his absence and for having taken her for granted. He promised that he would prioritize their relationship and be the husband she deserved. Sarah, cautiously optimistic, acknowledged his apology and offered a small, hopeful smile. She had missed the man she had married, the one who had brought joy and laughter into their home. Though wary, she was willing to give him a chance to prove that his intentions were genuine. The second step was reconnecting with his children. Emma and Daniel had grown distant, their childhood memories of a loving, involved father fading. Michael decided to take a day off from work to spend time with them. He took Emma to the park, pushed her on the swings, and listened to her stories about school. He played catch with Daniel, their laughter echoing through the backyard. For the first time in a long while, he saw the spark of joy in his children's eyes, and it warmed his heart. The third step was rekindling his friendships. Michael reached out to his old friends and invited them for a gathering at his home. As they shared stories and laughter, he felt a sense of nostalgia and belonging that he had been missing. Reconnecting with those who had known him before his obsession with success was a reminder of the person he used to be. The journey of redemption was marked by these first steps, steps that were both challenging and liberating. Michael was not expecting immediate forgiveness or a complete transformation overnight. He knew he had a long road ahead of him to rebuild the trust he had eroded over the years. The first steps, however, were the most crucial, as they set the tone for the changes he sought to make. These initial efforts were a testament to his sincerity, his willingness to acknowledge his mistakes, and his commitment to restore the relationships he had nearly lost. The path to redemption was fraught with uncertainty, but with each step, Michael inched closer to a brighter, more meaningful future, where family and genuine human connection would take precedence over the hollow pursuit of success.
Chapter 4: The Road to Redemption. With the first steps behind him, Michael was now determined to walk the path of redemption. He had begun to rebuild the bridges he had once burned, but the journey was far from over. The next chapter in his story would explore the challenges he faced on his road to redemption. One of the most transformative aspects of Michael's journey was his newfound commitment to volunteering at a local shelter. It was a significant step in his quest for redemption. The shelter was a place where he encountered people from all walks of life, each with their unique stories and struggles. The experience opened his eyes to the stark realities of poverty, homelessness, and human suffering. Through his time at the shelter, Michael developed a profound sense of empathy. He listened to the stories of those who had fallen on hard times, and he learned that success was not always a reflection of one's character. He saw the strength and resilience of people who, despite facing adversity, still held onto their dignity and hope. Michael began to understand that true wealth was not measured in dollars and cents, but in the kindness and compassion one extended to others. His involvement at the shelter also allowed him to appreciate the power of giving back. As he distributed food, offered a listening ear, and provided support to those in need, Michael felt a sense of purpose he had never experienced in his corporate pursuits. It was a stark contrast to the relentless drive for personal gain that had once consumed him. This chapter in Michael's life was filled with moments of self-discovery. He began to recognize the value of human connection beyond his family and friends. His heart opened to the needs of the broader community, and he saw that he could make a positive impact, no matter how small, in the lives of others. The road to redemption was not without its challenges, though. Balancing his newfound commitment to volunteering with the demands of his career was a constant struggle. His colleagues questioned his change of priorities, and he faced skepticism from those who had known him as the relentless corporate warrior. Nevertheless, Michael was resolute in his quest to redefine success and to prove that genuine wealth came from the goodness one put into the world. Chapter 4 marked a critical juncture in Michael's transformation. His journey was no longer solely about personal relationships. It had expanded to encompass a broader sense of responsibility and a commitment to making a positive impact in the world. The road to redemption was filled with obstacles, but Michael was determined to continue walking it, driven by the belief that his actions could create a ripple effect of change and kindness in the lives of others.
Chapter 5: Rebuilding Bridges. As Michael delved deeper into his journey of redemption, he was faced with the challenging task of rebuilding the bridges he had once burned with his family and friends. It was a process that required patience, sincerity, and unwavering dedication. His relationship with Sarah underwent a profound transformation. It started with open conversations, where they discussed their feelings, aspirations, and the wounds that had accumulated over the years. Michael acknowledged the pain he had caused by prioritizing work over their relationship. He made a conscious effort to be present, to listen, and to truly engage with Sarah. The couple attended couples counseling to work through their issues and to learn how to communicate more effectively. Slowly but steadily, their bond began to heal. The warmth returned to their home, and the laughter of their shared moments became a constant presence. Michael learned the art of compromise, and Sarah, in turn, appreciated his renewed commitment to their relationship. Their love grew stronger, as did their sense of partnership. With his children, Emma and Daniel, the path to rebuilding bridges was a bit more challenging. The years of absence had left scars on their young hearts. Michael made it a point to spend quality time with them, engaging in activities they loved and listening to their hopes and dreams. Through persistence and love, he managed to rekindle the father-child connection he had almost lost. The road to re-establishing his friendships was a journey of humility and patience. Michael invited his old friends to more gatherings and took the time to get to know their lives. He apologized for his past behavior and, with sincerity, asked for their forgiveness. It was not an easy process, but with time, his friends began to trust the changes they saw in him. They welcomed him back into their circle, understanding that the man they had known was resurfacing. Rebuilding bridges was not a smooth journey, it was marked by ups and downs, and there were moments of doubt and insecurity. Yet, with persistence and the genuine desire to make amends, Michael found that his relationships were gradually mending. As the wounds of the past began to heal, the love and understanding he received in return served as a testament to the power of redemption. Michael's story became an inspiration to those who witnessed his transformation, a reminder that it was never too late to make amends, to prioritize what truly matters, and to rebuild the bridges that had been damaged. Chapter 5 highlighted the importance of forgiveness, understanding, and the value of second chances in the journey of redemption. It emphasized that while bridges might be damaged, they could be rebuilt with time, effort, and a sincere commitment to change. Michael's relationships, once hanging by a thread, were now flourishing, and he was learning that the real wealth of life lay in the quality of the bonds he had rekindled.
Chapter 6: The Real Wealth. In the final chapter of Michael's journey of redemption, the focus shifted from the pursuit of material success to the realization of what truly constituted real wealth. This transformation of his definition of success was the culmination of his arduous and heartfelt journey. The pursuit of financial success had once defined Michael, but now he saw that the accumulation of material wealth was only one facet of a much richer existence. True wealth was not merely about money or status, it encompassed the richness of human relationships, empathy, and the positive impact one could make in the lives of others. Michael found that the joy he received from spending quality time with his family and friends far exceeded any success he had ever achieved in his career. The laughter shared during family dinners, the warmth of his friends' camaraderie, and the love exchanged with his children were priceless treasures that no amount of money could buy. He also continued his volunteer work at the local shelter, where he met people who had very little in terms of material wealth but radiated a sense of contentment and resilience that was truly inspiring. Their stories served as a constant reminder that real wealth lay in the kindness and compassion one showed to others, the ability to make a positive difference in the lives of those less fortunate. The people Michael had helped at the shelter taught him valuable life lessons about humility, gratitude, and the ability to find happiness in the simplest of things. He realized that he was privileged, not just in terms of financial success but also in the love and support he received from his family and friends.
He felt a deep sense of responsibility to give back to the community that had given him so much. The story of Michael's transformation became an inspiration to others in his circle and beyond. It served as a reminder that genuine success was not about climbing corporate ladders or amassing wealth, but about the quality of the relationships one cultivated and the positive impact one had on the lives of others. As he embraced this new perspective on life, Michael felt a sense of fulfillment and contentment that had previously eluded him. He realized that success was no longer about keeping up with the Joneses, but about making the world a better place through kindness, empathy, and genuine human connection. In the end, Michael's journey of redemption was a testament to the power of change and the possibility of transformation, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable obstacles. It demonstrated that by re-evaluating one's priorities and focusing on what truly mattered, a person could find true wealth and meaning in life. The story of Michael's redemption was a beacon of hope for those who sought a more purposeful and fulfilling existence.
In the end, Michael's journey of redemption became a resounding testimony to the resilience of the human spirit and the capacity for personal transformation. It was a story that underscored the profound truth that no matter how far one has strayed from their core values, or how deeply they've entrenched themselves in a path of self-centered ambition, there is always an opportunity to change, to make amends, and to rediscover what truly matters in life. His story highlighted that true success could not be defined solely by material possessions, career achievements, or the accumulation of wealth. Instead, it was found in the intangible but profound qualities of character, compassion, and the capacity to build and nurture meaningful relationships. Michael had learned that genuine success was not about selfishly amassing fortunes, it was about enriching the lives of others through love, empathy, and selflessness. As his transformation unfolded, it rippled outwards, affecting not only his personal life, but also those he touched along the way. His journey was an inspiration to his family, friends, and the community he served through his volunteer work. It served as a vivid reminder that the power to change and make a positive impact on the world resided within each individual. Michael's story was a living testament to the idea that, even in the face of past mistakes, there was always the potential for redemption, growth, and a renewed commitment to living a life of purpose and meaning. It taught us that it was never too late to re-evaluate our priorities, to realign our lives with our values, and to seek the authentic wealth that comes from building strong, supportive relationships with those we care about. In a world often fixated on material gain and external markers of success, Michael's journey became a beacon of light, illuminating the way to a more profound understanding of what it means to lead a rich and fulfilling life. In the end, Michael's story stands as a powerful reminder that the measure of a person's life is not in their bank account or their professional achievements, but in the love they give, the compassion they show, and the character they build. It teaches us that we have the capacity to transform our own lives and, by doing so, inspire change in the lives of others.